Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Sid Meier's Civilization Revolution. And here we are, only 1 week later, with episode 11. So, I guess that's just it. Out real quick, and we're just going to just as quickly jump right back into it. So here we are with our newly captured city of Salzburg, and we have our 2 lightning artillery armies and the Royal Modern Infantry Army standing by. Alrighty, so last episode was focused mostly on just building up the infrastructure of our civilization and preparations, pardon me, for the final push to victory. Now, we could win a cultural victory. Let me just demonstrate. Now, if we really wanted to, as soon as okay, here we are. If I really wanted to, I could just win the cultural victory right here and now with the United Nations wonder here. I mean, I have to build it first, but I can go for it. But we are going to be pursuing all the victory types all at once. The technology victory, the gold victory, a cultural victory, and of course, a domination victory. But most important of those 4 right now is domination. So I believe it's time to get right into it and start creating our new army, which we will use to absolutely crush all the other civilizations. Now, quite frankly, looking at the layout of the land as it is, aside from Gandhi over here, who controls quite a bit of territory, the other cities really can't do much to oppose me at this point. I mean, Alexander is limited to just this little, this little landmass over here with these 3 cities. Cleopatra suffered so many defeats in the beginning of the game that all she's got is Thebes and whatever is hiding in these clouds. And Bismarck, well, he's been declaring war on me so many times and he's paid such a hefty price that all he's got is this little corner of the mainland. Dortmund over here. And up north by King's Landing, he's got Bonn. So, pretty much everyone except Gandhi has already been backed into a corner. And now, we're going to get ready to make our final push. So, Stuttgart is going to be creating some tanks on the next turn, while Boston will complete some modern infantry. Let's see, and we'll set Washington to create some aircraft in a little bit once it finishes up that workshop. Let's see, Hyderabad, New Orleans I have working on a trade fair. You know what? I'm switching New Orleans over to... Okay, yeah. We're going to set New Orleans from creating a wonder to creating a fleet. So we're going to have battleships created in New Orleans. New York is going to keep working on the Statue of Liberty. I made a promise to one of my commenters that I would have New York build that wonder, so it's going to. So all forces are dug in, so 1930 is over. A little galleon, Bismarck's remaining cruisers. And great news, we only need to build the United Nations wonder, and we will win the cultural victory. Well, thank you very much for telling me that, my foreign advisor. However, Exalted One, our wise men have discovered the secrets of atomic theory. Now we can build the Manhattan Project wonder. The Manhattan Project costs $375, actually $750. It's only $375 if you're the Romans. Costs $375 production. If we build it, we will receive a nuclear weapon. I see. Whoa, and our civilization is the first to discover atomic theory. As a result, we receive this bonus. +2 science in each city. Got it. And when you have as many cities as me, that actually adds up. Now, O great leader, my men require guidance. What shall we research next? Well, I think we're going to build up on atomic theory and go for nuclear power. We want it so badly, a scientifically significant technology, and somehow, I don't understand why, but researching nuclear power leads to the creation of the Sydney Opera House wonder. Just a little note there. Number 2, that is a DLC wonder. Have to pay a little extra to get that one. But once built, great artist double culture. And of course, once it's researched, you can use the uranium resource. A very rare resource found on the map, it's not even always in the game, but it adds quite a bit of extra production. Actually, specifically, 4 extra production. No, not networking, nuclear power. And the culture of our great people, well, our people are great, but the culture of our people has allowed the great person, okay, here's another name about the botch, as always, Albert Schweitzer, I'm certain that's wrong, I apologize if it is, to appear in the city of Boston. We are ready to build the United Nations and win a cultural victory. Okay. And our economy is booming. Gold reserves are over 5,000. 5 grand, everyone. And as a result, aqueducts appear in all of our cities. The next economic milestone will occur when we have over 10,000 gold. Gotta double it up from 5 to 10. Got it. Alright, so Washington... let's see, Washington just had that workshop built and had an aqueduct as well. Let's see. Yep, we're going to have you focus on getting some planes out there. Which, as a matter of fact, we'll rush one right now. And Gandhi. The pretentious snobbery of my people will soon come to an end, according to him. However, he's willing to leave me alone for 4 turns in exchange for 4,400 of my almost 6,000 gold pieces. 5,767. Gandhi, stuff it. Whoa. He means business, everyone. He's going to attack us. What are we going to do? Well, I guess we're just going to upgrade our troops first. Let's see. You know, I'm going to... Actually, now we'll give this one the engineer ability. 100 plus defense in the city, or of course there's scout, previews of attacks against cities. Lots of our attacking units will have that one covered, so engineer it is. And as you can take a look, they got some little shovels spawned on their backs there. Conquering modern infantry. We're going to have them be loyal. Fighting modern infantry. Let's see. We'll have this one also be bound by loyalty. And the immortal modern infantry. Let's see, we seem to be getting very similar abilities, so we'll make this one an engineer as well. With their newfound shovels that kind of spawn on their backs there. And hold up, I'll deal with that great person in a moment. And okay, let's just say that's just a regular modern infantry we had back there. The 3rd modern infantry. But let's get a unit going. Alright, guards, modern infantry. Head up. That one had loyalty. Alright, and we'll set the iron modern infantry behind it. And you know what, we got this 3rd modern infantry we'll send with them as well. So we'll have another modern infantry. This one will probably just stay behind in the homeland to keep it safe from attacks. Now, in the meantime though, we've got this great humanitarian here. So what are we going to do with him? Well, let's see. Normally I settle, however, we have so many cities at our disposal right now that it's not necessarily a bad idea to put his instant ability to use here. So first let's take a look here. See, Boston has 23 population right now, and taking a look at Washington with 22. So let's take a look. Settle him for 50% population growth, or immediately use him to add a population to each city. Which shall we do? I believe we're just going to use this ability right off the bat. Let's add one to each city. And because of his great humanitarian deeds, all cities have been boosted. Boston's at 24, Washington with 23, And Abydos 16. Stuttgart jumped to 10, which it really needed because it's not getting a lot of food. And Salzburg at 9. And of course, all the other cities that are on the islands have been boosted as well. But I'm not going to go to each one of them because we only documented Washington and Boston first before we did that. So what we got? Washington built a single bomber, and Stuttgart was working on tanks. So we'll give this one Guerrilla. Keep in mind from the last episode, I believe I started mentioning this. Medic is useless on a tank. Never give a tank Medic. Completely useless. It does nothing for you. King's own Sherman tank. Give this one Blitz, so they can attack a second time after moving. And the Royal Sherman tank. Infiltration 50% attack against the city. Alright, so there's 2 tanks there. Actually, wait, are there 3? There are 2 tanks. So we'll make one more tank army there. Let's see, I had New Orleans working on battleships. So let's get this cruiser fleet out of the way. And as we can see, we've got the 3rd battleship and the 4th battleship. With another one that's going to spawn... You know what? How about right now? We'll rush it for 42 gold. The 3rd battleship fleet. And I think that's a good start for this turn. Let's end it.